Our focus, unfortunately, was because we have limited time, we simply focused on the Sweet 16. And we scattered in the supporting standards where necessary, but to make sure that they can pass the EOC and get enough sustenance out of biology to where they can go to chemistry and do well, we focused on the Sweet 16. And we finagled the days that we have, because we didn't get any more days. We got days taken away. So we had to make sure that we're still providing really, really, really great instruction and ensuring that the kids pass the test. In doing that, some extra things such as field trips and project-based learning activities that may take a few days, we had to revisit that and say, hey, maybe not this year. This year may not be the time that you want to do it. And we hated having to do that, because when you do extra activities like that, the kids grasp the concept so much more in depth to where you can actually achieve mastery learning. Within the time frame, what we did to make sure that we're monitoring that they're understanding the concept taught in class, we did something called mini assessments, where we would assess the readiness standards. I only pulled for the readiness standards. My teachers were responsible for teaching both all concepts, readiness and supporting, but I only pulled for the readiness standards, which are called the Sweet 16. And the thought process behind that was to make sure that the kids got the readiness standards so strongly to where it's definitely asked on the test, they could at least pass by understanding the readiness standards to the best knowledge. So we pulled them doing after-school tutorials, which she witnessed. Participation wasn't that great, about 40 to 50%. And we also did pull-outs, to where we would pull them out during an elective period, not during any of the core, of course, but we would pull them out during an art class, which I hated doing that also, or pulling them out of a PE, which I didn't like doing that. But we didn't really have any other options, especially if the parent said, no, my son or daughter cannot stay after school because they're working. What I noticed this year, out of any other year, I've been doing this for almost 5 years, right? This year, it was so hard to get the kids to stay after school. And a lot of times you'll hear, oh, well, I have to work. And sometimes I call mom, because I do that. And they're like, they don't have a job. You know, they can stay after school. What are you talking about? And then they'll talk to their son and da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, Miss Robinson, I'll stay. But this year, they really did have to work. You know, so we had more students this year that could not stay after school because they had to work, or because they had to watch a sibling, or because they had to pick up a sibling from a middle school or elementary school. So what I noticed, because of Hurricane Harvey, you had a lot more resources that were spread out. Now the older kids are having to have more responsibilities, whether it be watching siblings or whether it be actually helping out with the job and bringing money into the family. I did notice that. So because of that, I said, okay, we're going to have to do a pull-out, and let's pull them during one of their elective periods so it won't hurt any other of their Common Core. And I say that only because we have 3 EOCs that we have to make sure the kids pass. So I couldn't pull them from English. I couldn't pull them from math. I didn't really want to touch social studies. So out of the options that we had, I took the lesser evil.